Okay, I like this. People ask me why. So I got this book today. It's called Religious Side. And people ask me why I stand for religion in 2024. They think it's silly, but I sit there and say, I also stand for LGBTQs, the rights for LGBTQ people. Basically, here's, you have to think about it. If you violate some group's rights to practice what they want to practice in peace, you're kind of violating someone else's rights. It has this trickle-down effect. It's kind of like if you took the rights away from Christians to be Christians, then somebody considers, that's a great thing for 10 years. Then that translates over into other civil liberties, rights, I don't know what you want to call it. And then that can have a trickle-down effect. And next thing you have one right being taken away, then more rights, another right taken away. So it's this really way of spreading like a virus. And you don't want to do that. So anyway, I got this book today, and I like this in the beginning. It says, now is the time for us to stand with courage, dignity, and respect for human rights and join in solidarity to interrupt the emergence of new strains of anti-religious violence accelerated by advanced technology and artificial intelligence in the world today. People that use technology. It's not that the technology is against people. It's just not that technology is against religion. Technology actually spreads, and AI actually spreads cohesion, peace between people, because you know more about people. But it also has the ability, the online platforms to really pollute people's minds, where they sit there and see a meme. I saw this girl post a meme the other day, and she's like, Muslims, what are they doing in the United States of America? They're sitting there and, basically making fun of Jesus, but then they don't even know that, in Islam, and I'm not an atheist or a theist, but I'm just open-minded, a free thinker. That in Islam, that Jesus is a character too, a prophet. So I find that kind of fascinating. You have these memes that are very toxic, but they're ill-informed, and that creates people that you have a young kid then that's 16 or 18 is over in Egypt. It's like a Syriana movie. But do you ever read the actual stories, stuff like that? This the guy doesn't have much money, he's looking for a better home, he's there, he was trying to take care of his dad or his mom or something, and then somebody gives him the option, and then basically brainwash somebody into a cult, so they're say, oh well, we've taken care of you for 10 years, now go blow up a building. So you have to be careful of stuff like that. They paint these images of, they play on people's insecurities. They basically try to violate their mental health, their rights to to be a free thinker. You have to be really careful of that. I saw a sticker the other day, this grocery store, and it's like, think while it's still legal. It's kind of like this speaks for volumes about people get on a computer and they don't think. There's a lot of people in there you don't know. That you don't know what they're going through, and you're believing stuff that you're reading that's created by somebody that could be living in a basement with people tied up in a closet, and they're on hard drugs and they're just not even thinking clearly, and they're out to dominate the world. You have to be careful of that. You think it's just some silly meme you see, but it's it's more than that. It plants a seed in your mind, and then that seed can grow into something horrible. So anyway, it's just an idea. I think AI is a great tool. I was watching this guy Deepak Chopra the other day, or Chopra, however you say his last name, which I've been aware of for 10, 15 years. He's a good guy. He's well spoken. He's got some interesting things to say. But the point is this: is that AI can only help advance religious tolerance. Technology can advance religious tolerance in a huge way. But it can also have the counteractive effect of spreading lies about certain things. This is the point of being a free thinker. You don't want to believe everything you see and everything you hear. You have to have discernment to really ask with your heart if what you're thinking actually is beneficial to modern society. Anyway, to be the most, sorry, there's a car coming through here. Well, so this happened. I just tried to pause the video, but then this guy pulled up. Anyway, the point is this, is that, which Winco is a fine store, but, it can be a part of the problem or part of the solution. I say be part of the solution, and I think in a contemporary modern society, using things like artificial intelligence to further the positive view of people's choice to act on their freedoms, let's say, in a positive way, to what do you want to say? Just live with their freedoms in a positive way. You have to protect that, because if you start violating someone's rights to religious freedoms, or their right to be LGBTQ, or whatever that right is, then that can have a trickle down effect. Kind of like you take one little thing away, you don't think about it. Somebody says, oh, they ban same-sex marriage in some state, then that can have a huge impact in other states. And people sometimes say, oh, if they did it in Ohio, then they're going to do it in Indiana, then they're going to do it in California or something. So it's kind of like when you think about that, you really have to be careful what you're getting into, what it does to your mindset. I think if you love someone, love is love, and you have the right to marry whoever you love, regardless of if you're male and male or female and female or whatever. So it's just an idea, just a thought. I think with technology, we can really spread a lot of positivity, a lot of negativity, or a lot of positivity or a lot of negativity. But just be careful what you're getting into. Don't believe a lot of this silliness, because that silliness is kind of playing on you in a certain way. Like memes, what they're used for, and I'm not like, it sounds stupid, like a meme, people laugh and joke and doge and all these things. They think of like these silly memes, but those memes plant seeds within your mind. And it's kind of like, have you ever seen one person? You have a grandparent, like a grandpa, rest in peace, grandpa, but I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. Sometimes he get really angry, and he'd like say, God damn it, or something. I was raised in a Christian home, so that was a huge deal for me when I was a little kid hearing that. I thought I was like, oh, why he's saying God damn it? That's like the worst thing ever. But you don't think about that, how that impacts your psyche. And then it took me like until I was like 21 to be like, oh wow, like he was just being outspoken, just being, whatever, he had the right to do that. But when you're younger and immature and you're just kind of believing everything you see and hear, whatever, you don't get like it has this huge impact on you. So you think of some kids like 15, they're watching these memes and they don't have any friends, or their parents hate them, or something, or their parents are mean to the kid, and they're on drugs, and then like somebody has this meme, they show it to them, and it talks about something silly, and it's it goes against someone's religion. The next thing, they go shoot a school up. So we have to be careful of this stuff. It's like, our advanced technologies can only either unite us or divide us depending on your view on things. I think it can unite because you have those things like hashtag live your best life, where somebody's like showing that, oh, now they're like, going to some church and they're married in Mississippi, and, some girl and her husband have like this lovely ranch, and, they have 3-4 kids, and they go to church all the time, and, you're praising Jesus, and that's great. That's their choice, their life, and they're not being hateful to others. So who am I to sit there and say they don't have the right to do that? So see how that works? If you have 2 gay men in Southern California, they get married, and Adam and Steve, and they're down in San Diego, and they have a yacht they live on. Everything's very extravagant. They love each other. Who am I to impede their happiness? That just would make me kind of like a piece of trash. No offense. That's just how I view it. I don't know if that's very liberal, but anyway, it's just a thought, and idea. But this book, Religious Side, by Georgette Bennett and Jerry White. I like one of the things on the back too, by Erin Burnett. I don't know if I think she might be right wing. I don't know. I don't get into politics. I'm pretty damn liberal though, but it says naming something gives us the power to fight it. That's what White and Bennett do in their call to name the violence against religious groups like Yazidis, I don't know how you say this, Uyghurs, and Rohingya, and you'll see why protecting religion is a moral imperative for the most secular of global power brokers. There's another one I saw on the front here. It says, this is a timely, richly informed reminder of the central place that religion and cultural conflicts has in our contemporary world. It's also a reminder of how religion can be misused to attack the liberal secularism upon which we depend to protect our human rights. That's Sir Simon Schama, University Professor of History and Arts History at Columbia University. So it's very good, it's a very liberal view. Some people think like, I was saying for like coexist and peace, like the sticker. That's a very secular thing if you think about it. It has the science symbols along with the religious symbols, and there's a reason for that. And we live in a society which we kind of embrace those things, and to be contemporary, modern, progressive, and in the know and the now, you kind of have to coexist in peace. You're not putting technology against those things, but you have people that are in the past with their views on attacking people like that, and they're using technology to attack people online, and that can actually spread terrorism into the real world. I'm not trying to get into terrorism or anything like that, but I'm just saying think about it. Just be wise what you indulge in, and make sure when you represent something you're doing so with the proper light. Anyway, just a thought.